the State Board of Education possibly having power taken away.
It's such a hot topic that today the Education Committee at the legislature heard a second bill aimed at replacing it. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez tells us what this constitutional amendment would do and what people have to say about it. Ariana?
Yes, Senator Lou Ann Linehan is introducing a constitutional amendment that would eliminate the State Board of Education and allow the governor to replace it by appointing a commissioner of education. She feels that having a clear boss, which in this case would be the governor, helps the people know who to hold accountable.
And when everybody's in charge, nobody's in charge. I mean, it's just a basic management rule. So, and when the charts go sideways and this ways, then there's nobody, people don't know who to hold accountable.
When it comes to the State Board of Education, Senator Lou Ann Linehan feels that by giving responsibility to the governor and a commissioner, outcomes could happen quicker.
The more people you have managing you, the less flexibility, the less you can react immediately. Like with the teachers crisis and not having enough teachers, if you had a governor who walked into his head of his education and said, do something about this, he would expect some kind of plan within days. We've gone 2 years here with no plan.
The current State Board of Education commissioner is serving his 8th year in that seat, and the state board opposes this bill.
Really, the job's almost too big for one person to be able to do, and do well and really get feedback from the citizens. So there's a lot of important citizen voice that comes from a Board of Education, gives us a good chance to engage with the public in different ways. We've had plenty of public engagement, but it's actually a good thing, right? I mean, these are the intentions of a state board and that we have a forum to do that work, and it's really been important that we do that.
In 32 states across the nation, the governor appoints a commissioner of education and the legislature confirms it.
We're the only state that does a nonpartisan ballot that elects our school board. So we're not we're much an outlier here. And I just think when they originally did this, from the history I've read, it was because they wanted them to be closer to the people. They're not closer to the people.
Opposers feel this would take away the public voice.
Other agencies that are underneath the governor don't tend to have the same type of public comment opportunities, that engagement overall. The state board also plays an important function in that they do hearings. They have judicial, kind of quasi-judicial roles and responsibilities. That would have to be reconstructed in a different way. Other agencies might be able to do that, but it's not the same.
Now, this is the second time this year that the Education Committee heard an idea that would take power away from the Board of Education and change the way they are run. So far, no immediate actions have been taken on either bill. They must first pass the committee before they could be heard on the debate floor.